I just wanted to make this video because just for anybody out there who feels alone, lonely, weird, like they're going crazy, especially if you're on a spiritual damn journey. Let me tell you, you ain't crazy. You're not crazy, you just first. I got that quote from a lady who was on Ed Milet's podcast. I forgot her name. But she was on there and she was talking about her new book. It's called Worthy. But anyway, she just was, and what she was saying about people who feel crazy, or people who often going after pursuing their dreams and feeling weird and like don't feel supported, feel like maybe they shouldn't be doing it because nobody's supporting them, and it's got the person feeling isolated and crazy. She said, well, stop saying that. Stop thinking that it's a lie and that actually you're not crazy. You're just the first to pursue their dreams and desires. And so when you're the first doing something, obviously people around you, it's foreign to them. So they might try to talk you out of it or don't really see your point of view or your why, your reasoning, your purpose. But the same is true for people on a spiritual journey. It can get a little lonely as you go through your awakening and you're having, and you're doing like a lot of unlearning of subconscious programming and unlearning of just beliefs and limited beliefs and ideas and worries and fears that's been passed down. As you're going through that unlearning and release phase, it will isolate you a little bit because your perspective and perception will change so much that you don't quite resonate with the people who you might have grown up with. It could even be your family, friends, whoever. You don't quite resonate with them the same because you're on that personal healing journey, which ultimately makes you more self-aware. And so it starts to become hard to be around people who are not quite as self-aware and or who are not pursuing that self-actualization, something like that, self-actualization. If they're not on that journey with you, they can't relate, so you feel like you can't really talk to them, you feel misunderstood, all that stuff. But I just want you to know you are not crazy. You are not crazy. Hang in there, keep fighting, keep going. You're not crazy, you're just the first. Like, I believe I'm the first in my little familiar circle of friends, family members who was triggered into a spiritual awakening in a personal healing journey, whatever you want to call it, personal healing journey, enlightenment journey, self-actualization journey, self-awareness journey, whatever it is. I'm the first of the people who I grew up with and the people who are around me. I'm kind of the first to go through it. And so the isolation and the realizations and revelations I've been having, it's had me isolated a little bit too. Because as I'm unlearning a lot, it's got me becoming a more deep, in-depth person that has a hard time being around people who are more surface layer, people who are not as present, and it just is not as just not as aware. It don't make them bad people. It don't make me a good person. We're all equal, but just on different wavelengths at this current junction. And so I just want to tell you, you're not crazy. You're just the first. If you're on a spiritual journey and the part of the journey that you're on is in like the cocooning solitude phase, just know you're not crazy. Even if you feel weird because how you're thinking things differently, or movies you might see, commercials, music come on, and you might have receive a download, a revelation about it, or a total different outlook on that music or whatever it might be than what you used to have. Just, you are not crazy. You're just going through an awakening, a healing, and unlearning of subconscious programming that do not serve you, that was keeping you in a limited powerlessness, weighted down, shrunk, whatever the word is, state of existence, where you were not able to show up in the world and show up as your fullest self, your most evolved self. So you're not alone. Just keep going. I'm alone right now. I have a little bit of a harder time relating to things that I used to relate to a year ago, but I know this is necessary. So I just want you to know what you're doing is necessary. Hang in there. You're not crazy. You're just the first, probably the first in your local surrounding, in terms of family and friends that are going through this. So hang in there. Hang in there. Okay. Good night.